Hello. Happy Monday. It is another Monday, which means it's time for another live Monday music motivation. I hope that you all are having had a fantastic weekend and are off to a great start to your week so far. And hopefully this little bit of motivation for you inspires your music journey this week and continues to make it a fantastic week. So today what I want to talk about is the ultimate source for inspiration, motivation, and one of the best teachers that you can have. And I'm not talking about these live Monday music motivations, though I do enjoy these a lot and think that they're very useful, especially if you fill out the template at the end that we'll be talking about, as always. But the actual very best source of inspiration, in my opinion, is listening. And listening to performances and listening to great clarinet playing. Honestly, that's probably what got you into clarinet in the first place. Maybe if you started in elementary school when you did the instrument demo day, you just loved the sound of the clarinet, or maybe the older students came to your school and demonstrated and you fell in love with that sound of the clarinet. Or maybe if you started as an adult or started with already knowing how the clarinet sounds, there was something in there or some player that you heard that you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love what they're able to do with that instrument. I want to be able to do that as well. So that's kind of our initial source inspiration for picking the clarinet in the first place. And I think it's a great motivation and inspiration throughout our entire clarinet journey. So my first and foremost tip and advice for you right now is to go listen to some of your very favorite artists, whatever professional clarinetist inspires you the most. And if you don't have a favorite professional clarinetist, then you should absolutely just go on YouTube or Spotify, search for some great clarinet playing, and start listening to see what you like and what you fall in love with. For me, it was still absolutely a game changer when I heard my first recording of Stanley Drucker playing the Weber Concertino and just blew my mind and opened my eyes to the potential of the clarinet, which is kind of what I want to talk about next as a sort of related topic to this. Listening to great clarinet playing is absolutely the best inspiration, but I also think it might be one of the best teachers as well. Now, of course, you can't just listen to Martin Frost or Sabina Meyer and sound like them just because you listen to them play a lot. However, it does provide a very key component of learning that I think is absolutely necessary for everybody to have. And again, is why I said if you do not have a favorite clarinet player, you should absolutely go listen to some clarinet playing and get a favorite, because what it does for you is it sets your end goal. Don't let it be like, oh, there's no way I'll ever sound like Benny Goodman or Anthony McGill. Think, wow, that's amazing. That's what the clarinet is capable of. Those players sound so good and do what they do so well. With practice, I bet I could get towards that. And even more important than that motivation of with practice, I could get to that. The really tangible benefit of listening to great playing is that it gives you a concrete image of what the clarinet should sound like and what the clarinet is capable of. So when you're practicing, you get a more effective feedback loop, because it's not just okay, I played the thing. I think that was okay. It kind of sounded right. Instead, you have a much more robust feedback loop where you play the thing and then ask, how would Martin Frost sound on this? And that opens up so many more opportunities for improvement of oh, my fingers are sloppy here, my sound quality isn't as smooth and connected here, I don't think there's enough energy in the musicality or whatever it may be. It just opens up a whole new spectrum of opportunities for improvement. And that's where the growth actually comes from. When you get into that feedback loop of, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is the opportunities for improvement, now let me make those opportunities for improvement. And then you're raising your expectations by listening to great playing. You're building up your playing to meet those expectations, and then you raise those expectations again and build it back up. So if it's been a while since you've listened to some great clarinet playing, then I encourage you to look up some of your favorite recordings, some of your favorite clarinetists, and sort of raise those expectations again and get it back in your ear so you can find more opportunities for improvement. And I want to tell you about a really exciting opportunity where you have to hear some hopefully great clarinet playing. This Sunday on February 25th, I am going to be playing a recital. It's going to be a really, really cool program. There's going to be some narration and AI images that sort of tell a story through these pieces. I'm doing a world premiere of a piece that I wrote just for this program. I'm doing one of the world premieres for Fin de la Tierra by Jenny Brandon, which I helped commission last year, which I'm really excited about. It's a super cool piece, very, very cute, and I think has the potential to be one of the sort of great modern clarinet concertos because it's a really fantastic piece. I'm also going to be playing Valerie Coleman's Sonatine and Paragon by Teresa Martin, and we're sort of weaving this narrative through all of these pieces loosely around the theme of travels and traveling. So if you want to check out that performance, go to quickstartclarinet.com/travels. There's a link to that in the description, and you can listen to that recital coming up on Sunday. Whether you listen to that recital or not, you absolutely should listen to some great clarinet playing this week to sort of reinvigorate that inspiration and raise those expectations so that you have more opportunities for improvement to grow in your playing. And then last but not least, and most importantly, fill out your practice template. That's what these Monday Music Motivations are all about. We get a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation, something to look forward to, but then we put it into action in the template. So here's what it looks like. You can go to quickstartclarinet.com/get started. That link's in the description to download this exact template or make it for yourself. It's the date for the week, the reflection of how things are going, your goal for this week, and then your plan for when you're going to practice and what you're going to practice. And then you take that plan, you put it into your calendar, put it into your planner, set reminders for it so that you actually stick to it and make sure that you accomplish those things, because when we accomplish one scheduled practice session and show up for that appointment, then we get a little bit better. And when we do that for a whole week, we get a little bit better. And when we do that for a whole year, a whole decade, a whole lifetime, then we should know what we're doing and should have that good growth and progress of always raising those expectations and then deliberately practicing to make those opportunities for improvement happen and grow in our playing. And that's what we're here for, is to give you a little bit of motivation to keep growing in your clarinet and music journey and have a great time with it. So that's all I got. Fill out your template. Show up for Sunday, February 25th for the live stream of my recital Travels. quickstartclarinet.com/travels for that. Listen to some other great clarinet playing, some of your favorite clarinetists and favorite pieces, and have a fantastic week of great practicing. And I think if you do all those things, then you're going to have a great week of practice for sure. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you have a fantastic week. Happy practicing, and I will see you next week on the next live Monday Music Motivation. Have a great week, everyone.